Good morning, this is Captain Tahoe, and this is the double deuce of August. Happy day to you. Here sitting, having coffee, thinking about things, praying, doing all those things. Questions I put up. Is religion the false prophet? Many say yes. A lot of people, is the Bible real or is it a load of crap? Is it fact? Is it fiction? Very important question there. And finally, is there even a God? Those are the three questions I put up. And you're welcome to comment. If you're going to throw stones of accusations, don't. I mean, I guess you can, but that's exactly what you're doing. They without sin, cast the first stone. So, anyway. But if you got something that actually is meaningful, half-brained, I'd love to hear it. But the rest of that, yeah, you can put it up, but I have no intention of arguing with you. Anyway, if you like what I'm about to say in regards to these three questions, like, subscribe, become a part of the channel, because I'm going to start teaching some things that I've learned. Started with a dream. Happened, well, it was a daydream that happened over several years that built into a picture. Then I actually had an actual dream about the picture. So I'm going to tell you about the dream. I was a daydreamer, and when you're a truck driver, that's all you got to do all day. Listen to music and dream. So over the years, I dreamed up this whole picture of a dining room table. And having all the place had placards on it, okay? And it built up, and then I dreamt that I was sitting there and I'm looking at this dining room table from the edge of a hallway. And I saw one placard, and it said God. And then I heard a voice say, "The table is ready, come and dine." And as I start walking forward, because who wouldn't? Who'd turn and walk away from something like that? But anyway, it's a dream. So I start walking forward, and then all of a sudden somebody comes up and says, "You must believe in one God." Another one comes up, "You must believe in Trinity. You must believe that wearing a dress or a suit and short hair, long hair, is what gets you to God, and that's holiness standards. And whether you go into a movie or not, that's holiness standards." They start throwing all these things on top of the table. There is Trinity. You must pray to Mary. You must pray the rosary. All these things, all the religions, everybody has to throw their piece in. Okay? Everybody, and I don't care what religion, what denomination, all right? But everybody has to throw their 2 cents in to show you what they believe and how it should be, and that you should listen to them and not God. And it piles up. So in this dream, these things would just come at me over and over, the stones, the accusations, all these things. You're going to go to hell if you do this or don't do that. All these things. If you don't pay tithes, you're going to hell. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I can go into a whole thing about tithes. But anyway, all this stuff. And I looked at God and I said, "You look like an episode of Hoarders." I used to watch Hoarders, and that's what came to mind. Now, if he changed it and I looked at it and it was a pile of shit, I would have said, "God, you look like shit." But that didn't work out that way. But what if that happened? Anyway, So there I am, and I said, God, you look like an episode of Hoarders. And then I hear a voice say, how do you think I feel? Being in the midst of all the crap. All of man's choices of how we should live. All man of how God's creation should live. All the man's laws, rules, and regulations of how man lives. Seeing God in their image and telling you must see their image. A man's image. We don't worship man. First problem of religion. If you take on the perspective that another man gives you, he's to lead you. He's supposed to lead you and teach you and let you come up with your own decision. That's why churches split all the time, because not everybody believes the same things. We all have different beliefs. And there's a whole nother aspect of that. I can talk about Isaiah 5:20. Look it up. Anyway, read about the woes. Which is better, which is greater, which is more profitable. Anyway, so in this dream, back to the dream, I look and I see a bulldozer sitting on the edge of the table over there, and it looks like a talking toy. And then all of a sudden, I'm in this bulldozer. And I'm hearing the rumbling of it. And I looked at all that crap, all that junk, all of man's infinite wisdom of how God is, like they have a clue. Big mistake. Because God made us in His image. Should we not be making God in ours? That's where religion comes up, screws it up. Because they tell you how it should be. They make the rules. They make the regulations. And I'll tell you, I'm going to have a video about the Catholic Church and their beliefs. Because there's unseen evidence that is the substance of our faith. I'll give you a hint. When a woman loses her virginity, it comes with one true fact. The hymen is torn. That's how a woman loses her virginity, is when that hymen tears and the womb is opened up. I don't remember anything about an immaculate delivery of Jesus. That miraculously he just popped out of her tummy and there. He went the natural way. Tearing the hymen on his way out, taking her virginity. Think about that. Now you have to ask yourself about this baby Jesus that came out and took his mother's virginity along the way. The Son is now the Father. And the Father is now the Son. If you look at it as a metaphor. If you sit there and take the words of man and don't look deep and find the metaphor, the meaning behind it, then yeah, all you're going to see is the words. And what religion does, they call the word fact. But it's not. Is religion the false prophet? I think I could prove to you through Scripture that it is. If you want to like and subscribe and follow me, I'll go into why I see the Bible as truth. Again, I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in one man's image. Because when I bulldozed all that crap and cleared the table, I started back at square one. What is the first verse of the Bible? In the beginning, God created. You start over. If you don't believe in the Scriptures, then you're right. They were written by man. but inspired by God. Now, religion will tell you that everything is fact, but fact is not in the Bible. Look it up, Google it. There is no word that goes with fact, because truth is in the Bible, but truth is created, not just fact. It is to be made true, not one truth. Your truth, according to your reality. I'll go deeper into that. Is God real? Now, that's a choice that you have to come up with. Religion has presented the word wrong. 100% wrong and false. They have deceived, they have lied, they have been greedy, everything else. But the Bible has outlasted every negative thought that man has come up with. It's still one of the hottest selling books out there. And every one of you right now listening to me, looking at me, seeing me, whatever, you have it right there in front of you. On your phone. In your computer. It connects to each and every one of us. Everything we need is right here, right now. And it can reach the world very easily because we are all now connected. We live off our phones. Rarely do we go off grid. But the ones that do miss a lot. As much as they see a lot, they see differently, because God's in the internet. I'm not talking AI, but He'll speak to you. I mean, have you ever sat there and thought about something and just, all of a sudden you went fishing in the videos randomly, and all of a sudden there it is, 1, 2, 3, and there's a message right there to answer you. That's how God works. He makes things happen in time. Timing is everything. Timing is all things. Religion will not teach any of this. I've never heard what I'm teaching from any man. This is all me based on me getting baptized by God, jumping off a cliff, thinking I'm committing suicide, just to have Him create a miracle wave before I hit the rocks and put me in 2 inches of water standing on the shore and living. That was a baptism by God by no other means. I'll tell you that story if I get enough subscribers and likes that want to hear it. It's a pretty powerful story of what happened to me. But anyway, I digress. Is God real? I guess that's a question only you can answer. And stop listening to men who tell you that you should have their answer. You have to find your own. We have to seek for ourselves, work out our own salvation. The Bible is an escape room. It is puzzles. It is connect the dots. There's a power of 3 in almost all the scriptures. In every story, there's a power of 3 that goes from, you got Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. You have 3 wise men. You have death, burial, resurrection. You have all that stuff. There's a power of 3, even in the creation of the world, because the first 3 days, He created the heavens and the earth, and He decorated the heavens and the earth. But the second 3 days was about creating life and the sustainment of life on the earth. And third, He rested on both sides. That's a power of 3. That's why I'm going to knock out Trinity, if anybody has an interest. Power of 3's in everything, not just one scripture. And I'll show you the easiest way to end this whole debate of Trinity and one God. Simple. If you say God is in three persons, you are literally dividing the house of God. The Bible specifically says don't do that. Do not divide the house of God. It says that it will not stand. Look it up. It's in there. Even Abraham Lincoln said it. We can't stand in division. This is not a house when it's divided, because there can only be but one. And even if you believe in many gods, that belief was given by God. That's why there's no wrong answer. I'll get into that another time. I can prove it. Is hell fiction or reality? Look, follow me. I'll teach you all this stuff, and it makes it easy. It brings you to from the point of disbelief to belief, because half of you are already living the scriptures and you don't even realize it. And the way people talk, they ain't the judge of you. In the end, God that you create in your own heart is your judge. I'll tell you a dream about me standing in the middle of the Red Sea, where fish turned into people and they all pointed fingers at me and called me guilty everywhere I looked. We have that choice. We have that opportunity, because the God in our image wouldn't throw us in a fire. What is fact? What is fiction? Is it reality or is it illusion? All right, I'm going to shut up. Give you some thoughts. Think about these questions. I'll show you what it means when I say the Bible is an escape room. It's never meant to be read as a novel. All right. I'll talk to you later. Captain Tahoe out.